Hello, everybody. This is Miss Davis just checking in with you one more time on our audience behavior and how to be a rock star even in the audience. You know, even in ancient times, people loved live performances with performers on the stage and spectators in the audience. And we like that today, from rock concerts to a ballet performance to even watching movies in the theater. We like to be entertained. Being in the audience is fun, but also being in the audience is an important job. A job? How can little kids have a job? Well, every member of the audience, including kids, and sometimes especially kids, is a part of the whole experience of a live event. And it is important that you know how to behave. So your job number one is to respond to the performers. Think about being in this audience. It's very loud. It's okay to jump up from your seat, to clap, to scream, to yell. You know, Miss Davis would be going crazy. But what about this event? Would the same audience behavior be okay? No, of course not. Sometimes it makes sense to clap politely, sometimes to go crazy and yell. But you need to use your eyes, ears, and common sense to understand how to be an audience member in different situations. You do not want to be a distraction. Nobody wants to sit next to a guy who makes it impossible to enjoy the performance. When people are talking and disturbing others, they ruin everything for everyone. So you don't want to be like these people. So why is this important for KES students? Because on November 10th at 1:30 in the KES gym, we are going to have our Veterans Day performance, and it's very important. We will have guests from the community, your families, all sorts of people, and we want this event to be successful. Good manners show respect for our principals because you are all representing them. Dr. Ellis and Mr. Booker, you are a reflection of them and how they run the school by the way you behave. The teachers, believe it or not, is one of my standards in music. I'm supposed to teach you how to behave at concerts. So it's actually a reflection of me as well, and your classroom teacher and their behavior expectations. Our classmates, whether they're performing or sitting next to us, our guests, our families, and even ourselves. Yes, ourselves. We want people to think highly of you, and we want you to understand the importance of making that good impression. So, yes, have enough respect for yourself to consider the way your actions affect others around you. So I'm going to ask you to sit quietly. Do not talk when others are speaking or performing. If the speaker is not asking for questions, don't raise your hand. That's interrupting. And if you are asked a question by the speaker, he or she is usually just wanting a 1 or 2 word answer, not a long story. So go ahead and answer quick and get ready to continue listening. You've got to keep your body calm. I'd like you to sit crisscross applesauce. Do not draw attention to yourself. Do not be doing anything that would make people pay more attention to you than they are the performers on stage. That's very rude. Keep your hands to yourself. You'll be sitting next to your classmates. Please do not bother them or try to get their attention. Don't put your hands on anybody else. We would like for you to stay seated. Let me say that again. You are expected to stay seated until it's time for you to perform. Unless there is an emergency, do not leave your seat. We all do have emergencies, so please use the restroom before the performance. Unless it is an emergency, we don't want to see you popping up and running over to ask your teacher for something. You need to stay seated because that is a big distraction. There will be some special singers, performers, and a color guard. There are times on this event when there will be the Star Spangled Banner, the Pledge of Allegiance, the presentation of the colors by the ROTC color guard from the high school. These are times it is very important that you stand quietly, you stand still, and you show respect so that everyone in the audience understands that you understand the importance of that. So I would like to show you what it looks like when a color guard brings in the flags, presents the colors, that's what it's called, and so that you will not be surprised when you see it on the assembly.
Detail, left hand, 2. Right shoulder, pose. Forward, march.
Remember, KES, we are the best. Please make us proud of you and your awesome audience behavior. I want to focus on the positive and not the negative because I believe that you all are going to be so proud of yourself and the work you've done to prepare for this that you are going to be respectful and you're going to be awesome. I do want to point out that Dr. Ellis mentioned in a previous assembly, if you do create a disturbance or you do become such a distraction that others around you can't pay attention, then you will have to be removed. That would be incredibly disappointing. So let's all try to do our very best today to have a great time at this assembly and to make our families and our guests, our teachers, our community proud of us today. I can't wait to see how great you do. Please make me proud.